couple minutes going so people can come in, and then I'll just give you the recap of what just happened. I'm on the drive home. It's normally about a 5-hour. Look at the Sprinter vans over there. God damn it. It's normally about a 5-hour drive. This one will be about 6.5 with the camper on, the winds, driving on Highway 5. I want to get over in the fast lane, but I can't. I'm boxed in behind trucks, that kind of stuff. So, wait for a couple people to come in, and then we will start talking about yesterday. I did not go live on my camera yesterday. I didn't go live on my camera yesterday. I went live on Jesse's from Lobster. Oh my God, do I have my... Okay, Lobster Hunter, sorry. I hope I have my drinking thermos thing. I hope I didn't leave it there. If I did, that's where I left it. Anyway, who cares about that? What a great time we had. Started out yesterday. I got up early. I was at the rest stop on the Grapevine, and I got there by, I think, 9 o'clock. As soon as I got there, I saw Ryan from Slay Day was live with Dave from Your Saltwater Guide. And I walked down there, got to meet Calico Chris, the ice guy, the colder ice guy. I just got to put faces with names. I already knew Ryan from last year. Great guy. Great. Here's the thing about this whole family, this event. It was a family event. It's not a big corporate thing, which I thought it might have. But it's something this guy has built from the ground up. It's something that's his passion. And he had his wife and his 2 kids there. And they were respectful. They could have conversations. And it was just really, really great to see. So, that all being said, I will say this. I saw 4 new teams. It was 26 teams of 2. And you go out, and the weigh-in was at 11. I normally am in bed by 11, blah, blah, blah. Had my bed here, so I just had to set an alarm and wake up. So, I'm telling you, this was, once again, one of my greatest trips. Now, you ask, do I have lobsters? I absolutely do. I have 4. One I got myself, going out with a buddy and hoop netting. Did I master it with Justin and them? No, Justin was out there. He helped us. It was a Your Saltwater Guide guy that told us where to go and da-da-da-da. Justin was out there. He was killing it. He did back-to-back shows where he got a 12, well, I can't say what he got. The first day it was 12 pounds, 2 ounces. I don't know what, well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Shut up, I'm not telling you guys. That's for them. I'm not going to blow their nut. Okay, we're not cussing though. And we're going to be more family oriented. This is what I am going to do. I am going to make myself a private channel that I can talk freely and not have to slap myself with a thresher shark tail in the head. I think that would be a better... Do I want to go this way? No, I'm staying on Highway 5. If I cut over here, then I go over to the 101, and then it's a much more beautiful drive, but it takes an extra half an hour. 46, screw you. That's where James Dean died, somewhere over there. In his, anyway, doesn't matter. Let's stay on track, because I learned a couple things. I learned life and events. It's so much better when you do it for the right reasons. Now, I understand there's politics anywhere and everywhere. I don't care about anybody's politics. I am a person that can read people and know if they're good or bad. In my brain, that makes me a narcissist. We're not going down. That's a big word. We don't want to... These cars that they just stick out on Highway 5 flipped over with all the meth heads. Interesting. So, how did the event go? I'm coming home with 4 lobsters. One I caught with your saltwater guide member, hoop netting. From what I learned from Justin, hoop netting. I didn't come back with 7. I wanted 7, of course. I want to be king of the harbor. But that's not my thing. I get in the water with tanks. I'm going to be king of the harbor, but it's going to be the scuba diving class. So if you're a scuba diver and you're going to be mad at me for being the king of the harbor, that's fine. Free divers, don't worry. I give you all mad respect that I do something different. Okay? You guys are the real gods. You guys are the ones really risking your life. You guys are much more manly than I ever could dream about being. That being said, let's all get along. Let's all have fun. I was able to retain 1 lobster hoop net from absolutely never getting 1 hoop net. Now, I was using Promars hoop nets, and I got to meet a lot of great people. I even got to meet the guy that reached out for me last year and he was taxiderming himself. And he was in the event, and I met him around 11 o'clock. He's a family guy, so now he has to go home, wash his boat. He probably got home. He doesn't know. A lot of people don't live right there in Long Beach because it costs too much. So they live out in the country. Anyway, it's really windy out there, guys. I got to meet him, shake his hand, because he changed it. I don't have to do the flesh-eating beetles that take 6 months to taxidermy a lobster. I can wrap them up within a month. I'm talking the whole process from catch, cook, catch, clean, cook, right? That market's done. Deer Meat for Dinner has that market. Good for him. I bought coolers because of him. I bought knives because of him, and he did his job, and he still does a great job. I still watch him. He's got a young family, 2 daughters raising up. He's got the Jesus people too, because of praise before his meals and all that. It's all one performance, but I go one step closer. I do the taxidermy. Nobody's done this. I'm not a taxidermist. I'm going to tell you right now. I play one on social media. I've done this for 25 years. I've perfected it. The one that was at Ryan's event on the table, if you were there, was a 13-pound carapace of the lobster. If you look at it, it looks like anybody would love to have it. Except for if you really go up and look at it, I'll tell you, it's an 11-pound tail. It's not a 13-pound tail, so there's a gap there. I can fill that in with great stuff now, shave it down, and then paint it and make it look a lot better, which I probably will do. I just put that tail on there until I catch one, and then I can have a 13-pound tail. Then it's plug and play parts. So now I don't have to do that. I can take it from the start to the finish. I got 3. I'm transporting them the right way, or I'm not, and I'll get a ticket, right? Those guys aren't after me. Or maybe they are. I don't care. I'm not paranoid. I don't care. So I'm doing it exactly how it was told to us to transport it. I took a picture of his card, and I took a picture of his just so there's no blurred lines. And you're asking what? I have 3 9-pound lobsters. And 3 9-pound lobsters. They're still alive. Luckily, I put them in a spot where I put my wetsuit when I'm traveling because it smells like pee. That kind of area on my vehicle, on my little studio home. And I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get one of those Sprinter vans. I guess they have the outside boxes on the back door, because this would smell up the whole. And lobsters give out this bloody toxin stuff. It's not toxic. It's just like once it goes out of them and connects to your driveway or wherever you're processing these things, it's super hard to get rid of. Now I think this is going to be okay. I'll scoop up much as I can, and then what's on there, I think I'm going to try a new method, a heat gun, and heat up the goo Maybe it comes back to life with heat. I don't know. And then wipe it up. But they're still alive. Everything's still alive. I'm going to get home. I think I have 2.5, almost 3-hour drive left, okay? I'm on Highway 5. It's ridiculously fun to watch. This is what you get to see. Hang on, I'm passing vehicles and getting out of the fast lane so people can pass. This is it. This is what you get to see as soon as you get over the grapevine. But you know what I really get to see? I really get to see a change. Because it goes from this, and I live in the redwoods. I live where there's trees. You don't get that in Southern California. And I get to see the change. Everything in my brain is like, okay, if I would have went on Highway 46 to cross, then it would have been perfect. Because I would have started seeing more ocean and stuff like that. There's a lot of fields out there. You know, you go through Salinas, blah, blah, blah. But then you get to my area, which I love, which is trees. Everybody's looking at me. And just a glorious time. So let me stick to that. Is there comments? Or am I not allowed to see them? Oh, okay, Carlos. There's a whole bunch of... Okay. There's only one comment? Like 40 people watching? Okay, maybe that's... I'm getting distracted. So I'm going to go to all my social medias on the drive home, talk for about a half an hour about yesterday. I'm going to go home. I did not go live like everybody wanted me to. I went live on other people's cameras. I went live on my buddy, Jesse from SoCal, Southern California, lobster hunters, but he has a couple groups. And I have 3 of his bugs that he caught. He was the king of the harbor. He backed up what he said. Now, I also saw 4 guys, 4 different teams that were young guys that were coming in. They weren't embarrassed about their catch, but they did not. They weren't embarrassed about their catch. They just were like, "Wow, look, that's what 9-pounders look like." Hey, don't get discouraged by guys like me that come and be so verbose and say I'm the best. We ain't the best. We learned from the best. You guys are doing the right thing. You got to go hang out with your bros last night, or broettes. And, hey, Mr. Ryan, it was a pleasure actually meeting you. Now I know what you look like. Now our friendship we went to the next step. Listen, I know what you do, and you worked hard all day. Don't worry, Mom's a word for me too. I get it. You worked hard all day, and you showed up. And that was that was the only time that you showed up right when I woke up from a nap, and the only time I got to see people except for Ryan and his family running an operation like that, and he did a great job. They put all the packages together. You know, it was a full day for him, and I'm talking not just a full day, a full 16-hour day where you get home and you're still excited because of the adrenaline of you accomplishing something. I'm talking about my buddy Ryan from Slay Day. He's the one that put it on. I'm going to be able to promote it now because I now have a phone that if I'm going to have to get 2 phones, one to go live or a camera, one to go live and then one to film, because now I can reach more people, which I would love to be able to help out even more next year. And so what I'm saying is, if I had 2 things, but like Jesse, like I said, he was live in his group, so I held his camera. He was the one getting the awards. I think the purse was over two bills, 2,000. He says he's the best. He showed up. He was the best. I got 3 of his lobsters. I was only going to taxidermy one for it's a donation, the way I look at it. Now this is the part I don't understand. So, because I didn't go to college, but this is the part where you get an accountant. I already have one. I have businesses, and now nobody puts out any money. I take it. I taxidermy it. I will tell you straight to your face, It cost me $850 to taxidermy your lobster. I have no guarantees that it'll come out right. I'm pretty good at what I'm doing now. I know how to take the meat out. You're going to be able to watch with the. I'm not doing them all. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get ready for the PCS show. Now, I told the guys, listen, I'm going to freeze them. You're allowed to have them whole in your freezer. So I'm going to light them up in my freezer, mark which ones they are. They have the Go ID card picture with them. They have the lobster card with there. You can contact the guy that I'm doing this from. There's no smoking mirrors or anything. And now I get a whole week's worth. I can do all the way. I can take them apart, weigh them out. I'll give you the instructions step by step. And a lot of guys said yes. And then I'm gonna talk to her, and then I'll be back on Facebook. If you want to watch Seawolf 13 or Brent Mitch, BRENTMITSCH, I would love for you guys to come on over there. It's gonna be a recap. Maybe I'll stay more focused over there. I'm on caffeine right now. I had a great night's sleep in a secure area, and I have 4 bugs that I'm gonna be processing. So anyway, Seawolf 13 or Brent Mitch on Facebook, and then I'm going to go to Instagram. So have a good, and then I'll be back here. I have 3 hours to drive.